Hi guys, welcome to the Savvy Money Show. Me, your host Sean. Hit the like button on this video because these videos never tend to do well. But I did mention before how I think there's going to be a revolution in certain sectors, and this is going to be one of them, robotics. And I'm going to go through certain stocks and show you how I got to the stocks I'm picking up. There are 2 stocks I made into my portfolio, and I'm showing you how I've gone through all these stocks to come to my realization of what I'm getting, how I've kicked out the ones I didn't like, and how I've the ones I've liked but not loved, I've put them aside until they get their act together. So let's get into it. Now, AutoStore, they've been in a bit of a peeing contest with Ocado, where they went to see a warehouse, but Ocado accused them of taking notes. To tell the truth, I like what they're doing. 75 to 80% of warehouses, they reckon, will be automated in the next decade, and I agree with that. The market cap is 55 billion versus an enterprise value of 58 billion, and it has a forward PE of 33. So they were unprofitable, and then all of a sudden, the last 2 quarters, they started making profit. And the reason they were unprofitable the quarter before was because they were fighting legal battles with Ocado. Now, this is where it gets a bit tricky. Price to book 3.79, price to sales 14. I don't like such a high price to sales. It's not extravagant, but I don't like it. And when you have, if you look online under AutoStore, you'll see about Ocado, and you'll see how Ocado is saying that they are victorious in their battle when nothing has been decided yet. I think this all needs to be done and dusted and sorted out, because I don't like this kind of drama. I will go into some stocks because of this drama, because I think they're going to win, such as Netlist, but not this one. Don't forget to hit the lovely like button and sexy subscribe button, and don't forget the bell notification. You'll be notified when a new video gets uploaded. And the free links in the description below. You can pick up a free share worth up to £200. And check out our Discord. And if you want a more in-depth analysis of any stock or market conditions, then why not look at our upgraded membership program and support us. Now, ISRG, I looked at it during the pandemic. Of course, a lot of the non-essential surgeries was shut down at that point, so it lost a lot of money at that point, and it's has above a 60% margin. So I did look into it, but I have Illumina, so which has a 1% better margin and better rating, and because I'm already quite heavy in life sciences and genetics, I decided not to. It is profitable, it has a PE. The market cap is above enterprise value, 75 billion above versus, sorry, market cap 75 billion versus enterprise value of 71 billion. 47 PE versus forward PE of 43. That's a high PE for me. I know robotics are going to have a high PE, but when you see at the end the stocks I've chosen, you'll see why. price to sales of 13, price to book of 6. Cognex, no. Now this is a company I do like, but I do not love. They pay a dividend and they have increased it in the last 7 years. It is at 0.58%. Now, when a company is growing, you'd rather they reinvest that money rather than pay a dividend. However, the dividend can be nice sometimes. They do not provide revenue segmentation, which is something you need if you're going to do a breakdown. It gets a lot, most of its money, I believe 60% through logistics, but again, you cannot be accurate with that because they do not provide the information. The earnings call was very amateurish, like a person reading a script. I think the growth is there. The P isn't too bad. 29, forward P 26, 7.7 billion market cap, enterprise value 7.5 billion. Price to sales is 7, price to book is 5.5. Now, the problem here is they need to get an investors relations officer on board. They need to sort out their website so that they can give clear information, and they need to do their earnings call professionally, because if they're not being professional to their investors, can't trust that behind closed doors everything's above board. So I'm going to keep this on my watch list, but I'm not going to pull the trigger. We have another life science solutions one here. Azenta is a provider of life science solutions in North America, Europe and Asia. Offers cold chain sample management solutions, genomic services and related services for pharmaceutical, biotech and healthcare industries. The company also operates the semiconductor solutions group businesses. It provides semiconductor manufacturing automation and collaborative robotics solutions. On the 1st of December, Azenta changed its name from Brooks Automation to Azenta and began trading on the Nasdaq under AZTA. It said it had plans to complete the sale of its semiconductor automation business in the first half of this year, after which it will become a pure play life science company. Now, the thing about that is I haven't heard any more about that. I would have to, if I was interested in it, I would have to dig deeper to see when that's going to be. If I was to pick it up, it would be purely for the spin-off of the semiconductor business. That's if it hasn't been spun off already, because you see here it has a 2.55 PE. Now, when you look at the growth is set to decline on this one. That makes me think and its market cap of 5.74 billion versus enterprise value of 3 billion. Price to sales of 10, price to book 1.66. That makes me think they might have spun it off already. But I'm not going to waste any more time on this because it's a life science company, and as I said, I'm not going to add any more life sciences companies. It has to be something extra special for me to add it, and I'm looking for robotics, not something that's saddling both. Umbrella, or AMBA, develops and manufactures HD video compression and image processing semiconductors. Its products are used in a range of vision applications such as video security, autonomous driving, driver cabin monitoring and other robotic applications. The company reported net income of 0.8 million for third quarter fiscal year ending 31st 2021, compared with a net loss the prior year quarter, as well as year-over-year surge in revenue, because earnings per share moved from negative to positive. It's difficult to calculate the earnings per share growth, but this is one that, when you consider it has had that growth, and it has a price to sales of 7, price to book of 4.5, market cap of 2.64, enterprise value of 2.45. It has a forward PE of 61. I have no problem getting into companies as they just become profitable. I think in this market, it's easy for one of these companies to fall out of profitability. You know, one quarter is not enough to judge it. So I will be adding this again to my watch list for further down the line, but I will not be adding it to this. Omnicell is a provider of medication management solutions and adherence tools for health systems and pharmacies. Offers medication and supply dispensing systems, pharmacy inventory management systems and related software. It provides medication blister cards and more. The company reported earnings results for the third quarter, September 30th. Net income more than tripled and total revenues climbed 38% year over year. Company attributed revenue growth to several factors: momentum in its commercial business, robust growth of the company's cloud-based advanced services portfolio, and recovery from the impact of COVID-19 relative to the prior year quarter. So it's basically COVID hit it quite a bit, and that's why the growth looks so strong. But with the monkeypox coming around, you don't know if that's going to hit it again or be a good one for it. But the metrics look good: 5.15 billion versus enterprise value of 5.5 billion, PE of 78, price to sales of 4.7, price to book 4.79. But again, it is a biotech life sciences company, and as I said, it needs to be a great company for me. Finucci is a Japan-based manufacturing company that makes factory automation machinery. It offers computer numeric control systems, laser products, and robotic systems. And products I would rather an ETF than a Japanese robotics company, personally. Does pay a dividend, as a PE of 26.7. But if you don't mind holding Japanese robotic company, then it's fine. The tariffs become quite tricky with Japan, and they are having a lot of issues at the moment, so I just wouldn't be touching. This is one of Jeremy's favourites, iRobot. iRobot is a global consumer robot company. It designs and builds robots for use inside and outside the home. One of its main products is the Roomba, a robot designed to automatically vacuum floors. On November 18th, iRobot announced that it had acquired Aeris Cleantech, a privately held air purifier company based in Switzerland. Financial terms of the transaction were not disclosed. iRobot plans to integrate Aeris products with its existing product lineup of home robots. The global residential air purifier market is expected to expand from 3.4 billion in 2020 to more than 6.7 billion in 2027. But you have to think, although the air purifier situation has probably grown because of COVID, with recession hitting and inflation, will people pay for Roombas, or will they even pay for air purifiers? That's something you have to be asking yourself. And when you can get a generic one, which may not be as good, but some of them are just as good, has a price to sales 0.7, which is very good, and a price to book of 1.58. Market cap is 1.1 billion versus enterprise value 1.03 billion. It's not profitable at the moment, which is a risky thing to be holding. And you want to be holding a company that's got positive free cash flow. The number 2 to be added to my list, a second favourite, is going to be Rockwell. Rockwell Automation provides industrial automation and digital transformation solutions. The company offers intelligent devices for motion, safety and sensing, as well as controlling and visualization software and hardware, network and security infrastructure, and similar products. In December 2021, Rockwell announced that it had partnered with global life sciences company Cytiva to collaborate on several projects to accelerate the development and delivery of medicines and lower costs. 2 will build an automation and digital transformation center in China and open multiple test centers, including in Sweden. Now, those are the 2 reasons why it's my second choice. Because firstly, they're building in China, which is risky at the moment, and secondly, it's partnering with global life sciences, but it's not a pure life sciences company. So it pays a 2.23% dividend, which you could still qualify for. There's a PE of 36, a forward PE of 18.5, market cap of 23 billion versus enterprise value of 27 billion, price to sales of 3, price to book of 8, and the thing is, it has free cash flow of 594 million. Now, I will be looking for a good entry point for this, and it was at a high of $355 earlier in the year. Another one I like, but the valuation is just way too high, is Cadence Design Systems, CDNS. Now, it has a PE ratio of 60. It's to acquire future facilities, which is an electronics cooling analysis and energy performance solution company. It has a market cap of 44 billion versus enterprise value of 43 billion. A PE of 60, as I said, a forward PE of 42. This is the problem. Price to sales of 14, price to book of 16. But it has a good free cash flow, and I think these metrics might come down, but I'm going to wait for them to come down before doing more research into them. Now, my number 1 spot, it's Teradyne, and you see here, like Simply Wall Street obviously thinks it's undervalued, but they do about most things. There's a PE of 17. It's a 0.49% dividend, but we won't hold that against it. I think it has another 30% upside. Has a market cap of 15 billion, enterprise value of 14 billion, and forward PE of 19. Now, price to sales 4.5, price to book of 6, and you can see here it gives gross profit of 2.2 billion, and you can see here how liabilities are 1.13 billion, and Current assets are 2.3 billion. Total cash is 1 billion. So they could wipe out 90% of their liabilities with their cash. You know, their free cash flow is just a cash cow, in my opinion. I do like it. I think this is one that will do well. It's good value, it's profitable, it's bringing in money now, which is good for market sentiment at the moment with inflation. And I think you will get companies that will try to cut costs by ordering from them. And I would like to know your opinions. Let me know if there's any companies I've missed out, if there's any companies that you like. Pop them in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you in the next video. If you found any of my videos helpful and you want to help me make more, you can support me by buying me a coffee. The link is in the description below.